Hey, Bears Nation. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and with it comes great opportunities to strengthen Chicago's roster. A significant move might be on the horizon, and today we'll discuss a few trades Ryan Poles should consider before the deadline. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. This really helps grow our Bears fan community and ensures you stay up to date with all the news and analysis. One interesting name that surfaced in rumors is Cleveland Browns defensive lineman, Quinton Jefferson. But before we dive in, if you enjoy our content and want to keep receiving the latest news, don't forget to leave a like. It's a simple gesture, but it helps the channel a lot. Let's get into it. According to insider Ian Rappaport, Jefferson's name has come up in trade conversations, and the Bears might be keeping an eye on him. He would not only bring depth to the defense, but he'd also come at an affordable cost, making him an attractive option for Chicago as they look to boost their playoff chances. Selected in the 5th round of the 2016 draft by the Seahawks, Jefferson may not be a star, but he's been a valuable player wherever he's been. At 6 feet 4 inches and 291 pounds, he brings the size and versatility needed to be a disruptive force on the defensive line. And what's even more interesting is that he can play multiple positions along the line, which increases his value to teams like the Bears, who value flexible players. While his stats this season aren't eye-popping, with 6 pressures, 1 sack, and 4 hurries and 877 pass rush attempts, that needs to be viewed in the context of his rotation in Cleveland, where he's behind monsters like Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith. If he had more playing time in Chicago, he could certainly make a bigger impact. Another important point about Jefferson is his contract, which is relatively cheap, making him a low-risk investment for the Bears. If Poles can strike a deal with the Browns, Jefferson could be the perfect piece to strengthen a defensive line that has shown potential but still lacks top-level depth. So, what do you think, guys? Would this be a good acquisition for the Bears, or should Poles go in another direction? Comment below with your expectations for this season's stretch run, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all Bears news. Let's keep this discussion going and see where Chicago can go. Besides Quinton Jefferson, there are other options Ryan Poles could explore before the trade deadline to elevate the roster. One name that could have a massive impact on the team is pass rusher Trey Hendrickson, currently with the Cincinnati Bengals. Despite being one of the league's best defenders, the Bengals are struggling this season, which could open the door for a trade. Just imagine what adding someone like Hendrickson could do for this Bears defense, which is already showing progress. With 2 second-round picks in the upcoming draft, the Bears have enough capital to make a bold move. Hendrickson, with his ability to pressure the quarterback, could be the key to turning Chicago's defense into one of the most feared in the league. With him, the defensive line pressure would increase, easing the workload on the secondary, making the defense even more complete. Now, switching over to the offense, Khalil Herbert's name has surfaced in trade rumors, especially as DeAndre Swift has solidified himself as the team's lead running back, with Roscoe Johnson complementing the ground game. Herbert has shown flashes of brilliance, but with his opportunities becoming more limited, a trade could be beneficial for both parties. Teams like the Dallas Cowboys, who are in need of backfield help, would be ideal destinations. Herbert could revitalize his role with a new team, while the Bears could gain more draft capital or even a player to strengthen another area of the team. Speaking of reinforcements, we can't forget about the offensive line. Brandon Scherff of the Jacksonville Jaguars is another name that could come up on the Bears' radar. Scherff is a 5-time Pro Bowler and would bring instant experience and quality to the offensive line, providing extra protection for Caleb Williams, who struggled with inconsistent blocking early in the season. With the line stabilizing recently, adding a veteran like Scherff could be the final move to give even more security to our quarterback. So, what do you think, guys? Should Ryan Poles go all in on a pass rusher like Hendrickson, strengthen the line with Scherff, or pursue more affordable reinforcements like Jefferson? Share your thoughts on what you believe could be the key to a strong season finish, and who knows, maybe a playoff spot. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't wait. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and always stay updated on the latest Chicago Bears news and rumors. The future looks promising, and together, we'll follow every step of the journey. Let's go, Bears! As a Bears fan, I truly believe that Ryan Poles is in an interesting position ahead of the trade deadline. The team has shown remarkable growth this season, especially on defense, and adding a player like Quinton Jefferson could be a smart, low-cost solution to bolster the defensive line. He'd bring depth and flexibility to the rotation, which could be crucial as we approach tougher games. However, the idea of making a bold move for Trey Hendrickson gets me even more excited. He's the type of pass rusher who could turn an already solid defense into something truly special. With Hendrickson, our defensive line would have the ability to consistently pressure opposing quarterbacks, which would be a nightmare for any team we face. On the other hand, we can't ignore the need to protect Caleb Williams. We've seen the impact that an inconsistent offensive line can have on a quarterback's performance, and bringing someone like Brandon Scherf into the team would be a smart move. His experience would not only improve immediate protection, but also help in the development of our young linemen. I see these trades as golden opportunities to improve both the defense and the offense. If Poles can do this without sacrificing too much draft capital, we'd be in an excellent position for a potential playoff run. Honestly, I'm eager to see what he decides. What about you? What do you think? Are these the moves that could make this season memorable? Besides these potential moves, I also think trading Khalil Herbert could be a strategic play. With DeAndre Swift emerging as the primary running back, Herbert's opportunities have decreased, and despite his talent, maybe it's time to explore the value he could bring in a trade. The Dallas Cowboys, for example, need help in the backfield, and this could be a beneficial trade for both sides. Getting a good return, whether in the form of draft picks or a player, could be exactly what the Bears need to further improve. It's important to remember that success in the NFL often depends on making bold yet calculated moves. Poles has already proven he's willing to be aggressive and make tough decisions when necessary. I think if he can find the right balance between strengthening the team and keeping our future draft picks intact, we could make a big leap toward playoff contention and perhaps even more. As a fan, I'm optimistic about what we can achieve with the right pieces. We have a defense that's already showing its strength, a young star in Caleb Williams, and a few areas that, with minor adjustments, can take us to the next level. If these trades go through, I think we can be more competitive than many expect. Now I want to hear from you, Bears fans. Do you think Ryan Poles should go all in before the trade deadline and make these moves? Or would it be better to stick with the current core and trust what we already have for the rest of the season? Leave your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bears updates. Let's go on this journey together.